Streaming. Alrighty. Finally back. Yes. Okay. This music. Dun 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 dun. Right. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, we've had you stand here for way too long. Let's actually do this again. Oh, jeez. This. Oh, man. It's so weird. This is so weird. Oh, jeez. It's been so long since I've done this. Oh, jeez. Looks like the stream is having some issues. Please. Oh, gosh darn it! Stream is having issues. What the heck? Come now, you were working perfectly fine just a little bit ago. Come now, please smooth yourself out. Okay, it's back to green over here. Why does it say still say it's poor? Come now. There we go. It's back to being good. Okay. Okay. Well, actually, hold on. Shoot the headphones. There we go. Okay. Okay, you've been standing here for long enough, Edgeworth. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? The IS-7 incident. Oh, jeez. Know all about that now. It's weird, because, like, I know all of the lore now that I've played Investigations 2. Oh, jeez. It's just like, I know exactly what that trial was now, and it's super sad. I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was a prosecuting attorney. Jeez. Oh! Oh! Oh, I haven't done my judge voice in forever. Okay. Water?
Mr. Von Karma, you're handling the case.
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. Oh, of course. Yes, you do. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. Bubble in throat. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. This is so weird. I just remember the first time I came to this, I'm like, this feels so unnatural. We're cross-examining Edgeworth what is happening. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. This is so weird again, because the Phoenix was able to say super professional. Like, now that I am seeing what this dialogue is again. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude. This is so strange! The same levels of how much Phoenix impressed me when we had to cross-examine Maya in case 3-5. Oh, jeez. So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yoni Yogi. We were fine at first. But then as time passed, no one came to help. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. Jeez, I've forgotten so much of this. But then... What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yoni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from its holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? Dude, just... the emotions of this. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Hyugi? I was in a daze. Okay, I think this is the statement you have to present on. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. The gunshot, that horrible scream. Oh, yep, that scream. The scream. Oh, they're encapsulated on that. Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense. That's important later. To this day? Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is! One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I better find out, and quick. It's so weird, because, like, they... Right, hello, DL6 evidence. Or, like, rather, this... Misty... Oh, her hair is black, not brown. Okay. I thought it was brown for some reason. Okay, this is the pistol from this thing. Okay, I'm assuming it's the DL6 case file that says that... Because I remember... Oh, or do we have to? Oh, this may be when we have to present the picture. I remember when that time finally came, I'm like, I am so sorry we have to show this in court, Edgeworth. Just close your eyes. Area was oxygen depleted at the time of the incident. No clues found on the scene. Bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. There we are. Okay, victim data. This just makes me sad, but also, like, happy because, like, since the last time I've streamed this, I've actually started writing my own swap AU for this game, and, like, it's been kind of fun trying to write this slightly different personality Edgeworth, and I've been really enjoying writing it, and it's been some stupid fun that I've had recently. Man. This song. Edgeworth. Okay. Jeez, this is so weird. Single gunshot. Here we are. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
Oh, sir!
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Oh, jeez. Suave, Phoenix, suave! Never thought I would pull you suave. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy trucking in that file, don't you? You don't accept this evidence unless tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says this quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. That's weird. Hearing him call him by his full name for some reason? That is strange coming from Phoenix. Goodness gracious. That is weird. Yeah, first game oddities! Yet, the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot?
Was that perhaps another shooter that fired that result?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. Evidence dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What?
Arthur!
This is where we have to present the photo.
You have a point, Mr. Hart! The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, boy, at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case?
Yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Possible.
No, Mr. Montgomery. Save your surprise for after you see the evidence. Very well, Mr. Hart. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
I just feel bad. Oh, I'm sorry, Edgeworth. Again. Oh, jeez. Yep, we gotta present this. Also, I feel like my judge voice right now is subpar. I've not done it in a while. Sorry, Edgeworth. Look at this photograph.
The photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. Now, this is a touch that I like from the anime, when Edgeworth gives this testimony at the end in it, and when Phoenix presents this photo, they show Edgeworth just kind of closing his eyes, and I'm like, I appreciate that. That gives me solace for some reason, because this is just, obviously, Phoenix knows, it's just like, obviously, he's probably thinking he's like, sorry, but like, I have to show this, but like, he has to stay professional and just like, get to the point, and so, yeah, and he did a good job of that, but like, as a player, knowing what you're showing, it's just, yeah. This proves the murder weapon's fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. Wait, that was kind of redundant.
Let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where?
Your Honor, please. Please give clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. Hold on the window. I think I remember the first time I did this, when I first played this, feeling that was so gratifying, because it's just like, oh, single gunshot, wait, hold on. I think I bounced it off of this picture, my reasoning, and then I found to present the DL6 case file where it said the murder weapon is fired twice, because I was like, I remember seeing that, I believe, when I looked at the file. Gregory. He's wearing his more professional suit that you see in flashbacks of him in court, because in Investigations 2, he has this, like, wonderful tan trench coat and, like, fedora. Like, his design is awesome. Right here. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see it! The bullet hole on the door!
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yes, there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. I love how through all of this, it's kind of like indicating, because they haven't shown Edgeworth in a while, and so they're kind of just indicating that he's like quietly looking on to this happening, and it's just like kind of, I'm sure, I can't even imagine what was running through his mind at this point in time. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your past fancies got hand. Mr. Wright. Look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look more closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary. That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
Enough of a point!
That second bullet has never been found. What? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregor Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. There's undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. The weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Dunkkarma says, the second bullet was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
Praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I can't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Okay, Maya is with us. I thought she was. Why aren't you raising the objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. You said you'd do it, Nick! You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent! I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. Now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick.
Time for me to hop in.
Politics where we have finally cleared up the incident. One bullet was found at the scene of the crime. Shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
You killed your father, though that was not your intention.
This is just so... Oh! I remember when I definitely feel like I was probably... Well, this is heartbreaking, just saying this. And the way he responded, it's just like... Like, I can't even imagine having something like that on your conscience for, like, 15 years. 15 years. Thinking you killed your father accidentally when you were 9. And just now being able to get that off of your chest. And even though it's like this horrible thing that you don't want to be true, you think it is. And you just want to confess to, like, get the guilt off of your shoulders. It's just like, ugh! The more I think about this whole thing, the more insane I realize it is. Just like the crap Edgeworth has gone through, like the actual utter crap Edgeworth has gone through. Especially when you look at like the investigations games and then like the last case of this game. Oh jeez. It's just he's gone through a lot of mental, emotional, and physical crap. Like, all bundled up to one. All bundled up into one. It's just, poor guy.
Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
This is like Maya tried to channel Mia.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. Just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but My mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
Oh, jeez! Oh, they just straight up! I didn't realize they were just straight up without anything. What happens? I feel like I probably raised an objection here the first time I played this. I want to see. Do I want to save over this one? I don't really want to get rid of any of these other ones, though. Yeah. I can always go back to the investigations. Day 3 investigation file that I have. Here we go. What happens if you say no objections? It probably is a game over, actually, now that I think about it. Every lead I thought I had has been squashed. This is really the end. Edgeworth. Sorry. I closed my eyes. What was it that I had been doing all this time? Was my whole life leading up to today? And now that I'm here, I know I failed. Yeah, I'm sorry. No. Oh, okay. Now this is why I saved. I remember that. Now that I think about it, I think I probably said no objections the first time. What happens if I raise an objection? Objection! Your Honor. I object! Mr. Wright, what grounds do you object? Oof. Nick? I don't know! This place is perfect! Oh no. Ah! It must exist. Okay, which one do I want to be the canon one? This one, probably. The second bullet. Oh jeez, that was jarring! What? What did you just say? Nothing! The second bullet must exist? Where? Someone took it.
Seems hiding is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet! It existed! I love how just on a... just like... spur of the moment adrenaline rush of like, I've gotta do something, and he's just... Jeez, my ever-wavering opinion on Phoenix's character! Ah, jeez.
What? We just had proof that it did not exist!
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. And he realizes it's just like, what the crap am I doing? It's just, someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
Oh!
The murderer! The murderer! Mitra, tell us, just who is this Mitra? I'm still thinking about that one! No, you're not, Phoenix, you know who it is!
Did the criminal took the second bullet? War!
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a straight bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for this bullet?
Wait, hold on, what are you supposed to answer here? Because it's just like, I know Mia eventually pops in, don't think of, like, why he needed the bullet, but, like, why he had to take it. I don't remember. What do you answer here? Neither seems quite right. Okay, it's the murderer had to find it, the murderer didn't need it. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? To search for the bullet? So am I supposed to say no? I'm confused! I know what this point is, obviously, but, like, the way the game is presenting me to prove it is weird, and I don't remember. Goodness. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I saved, right? Okay, are you supposed to say the murderer didn't need- I don't remember! The way they're presenting this is weird and I don't remember that they did this! Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
Spells, Lord!
Matter had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Urgh.
I had to take it. I had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
It's like I remember being like that big light bulb of like why it had to be. Maybe he was shot with it! I remember like the light bulb moment in my brain when this was happening. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Mr. Word?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet.
What do you mean?
Oh, for instance, what? I remember this. Oh, okay, I definitely remember this now. But I'm like, Phoenix, it's obvious. He was shot with it. And I'm like, yes. Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? There we go.
Bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? He goes between his rubbing his chin and just like embarrassed, like head behind head pose. That stupid face. Oh, Phoenix. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if this what really happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside them. Just leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yes. I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yoni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yes. Oh, the picture. Two men fight inside the elevator. Who's talking right now? Why is there no nameplate? Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges in a bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. I love how they have him hold it in his left hand. Oh, well, actually, no, that would make sense. Because, like, his right shoulder was shot, so it would be easier to use his left hand. Never mind.
Mr. Hart, you are truly the most unpredictable defense
Attorney I've ever known! Right! I actually already have a snapshot of this. This was one of the things that I actually snapshotted from my initial playthrough of the game. I already have this snapshotted. Oh, jeez. Let me try, actually. I forgot about this line. It caught me off guard.
Mr. Hart, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, and I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
Snap. She's saying tonight. I've been informed that the incident was wounded. There's no matter. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. You can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something. I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Great Edgeworth did a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in many years of his prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Oh man.
Something wrong? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you've indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? What? Yeah, I remember being like, wow! We're indicting him right now! Oh! I'm curious what will happen if you say, like, save it for another time, though. Wait, I don't have enough proof yet. This is my trump card, I better save it for the right time.
Mr. Hart, something in that?
I'm fine, Your Honor.
Shall we carry on with the trial then? That said, we've no farther to go. What is left is finish. And the words, the verdict.
What? Not yet!
Think, Mr. Fritt. You've said that someone from the outside was the murderer. Yet you cannot suggest anyone as possible suspect. Which means your conjecture is worthless. It will be rejected, of course.
Nick! Now's no time to be holding on to that trump card! The trial's almost over! Alright, I may not know what I'm doing, but here goes! I had a feeling that's what would happen. Your Honor! There is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, that's certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Hart. Who is your suspect?
It's just like, so hard. My hands are shaking.
What?
Von Karma! Oh, the no music with the yell scream. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. The no music. Oh, jeez! I forgot Edgeworth popped in here. Von Karma?
You mean there? Von Karma? Prosecutor! The one standing right over there!
I also have a snapshot of this line already. Ugh.
You don't object?
See no need. I honor this ridiculous impasse with my addiction.
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you claim that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Pivots. I haven't needed surgery, no? Or did I go under the knife? Under the knife at Mr. Wright. Bring the doctor that operates on me. Have him testify.
Nick! Let's find out who this doctor is.
It's no use.
Edgeworth?
I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. They probably didn't undergo surgery. I would leave a doctor as a witness.
Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? I recently watched something of, like, adding actual logic to this and the fact that, like, it would be kind of stupid for him to leave the bullet in his shoulder because like, A, there are like thousands of doctors and surgeons in the world, so it would be really hard to just track down and find the one that operated on him. And B, apparently there are some, like, laws that can, like, prevent like doctors from testifying in court. So, like, there would be, like, actually no reason for him to not remove the bullet. I like him! Well, this moment with the metal detector is still so silly anyways. So what, Nick? If Von Karma pulled the bullet out by himself? That's insane!
No, he couldn't have.
You can't just pull bullets out of yourself.
Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Dude, I remember this so well. Obviously, show evidence. Oh, right, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. Wait, when the health bar slides in when he says that? That was cool, actually. I like that.
Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Okay. This moment. This frickin' moment, man. I remember going through and just trying to think so hard of what could prove this. And I remember just kind of sifting through my evidence after having presented, like, a couple things. And then I was just, like, sifting through, looking back and forth. And then my eyes rested on the metal detector. And I'm like, and then suddenly, something clicked in my brain. And I was like, no. No! No! Wait, hold on. Because I was at a loss, because like I said, I had already tried presenting a couple things. I don't even remember what I presented, but like I know I did present a couple things. Before, and I was just sifting through my evidence, then I rested on the metal detector. And I was like, no. No. Oh, jeez. I will never forget my shock. Like, from this, when I finally chose to present it, and saw that it was right. And I'm like, this is so silly. This is so silly. I will never forget my reaction to this. I will never forget my reaction to this when I finally had that light bulb. Let's do the silly thing. Von Karma's perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then, I ask, where is that bullet now? It's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. I do. There is a possibility the bullet is still inside Von Karma. He had to blow my nose. This music is so epic, actually. Ah, yes, all the music from the first game.
Is that even possible? For all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector, because, like, I was like, oh, this is just, because, like, the funniest thing about this is that I vividly remember, like, when I was looking through the court record for, like, other things, occasionally I would just kind of, after, like, the whole 3 items thing, once you find the air tank at the boat rental place, like, you just kind of, it just kind of stays in your court record. Because, like, when you go back to the precinct after finding the air tank, Gumshoe's gone, and so you can't give it back to him. And so, it just kind of sits there. And I remember, like, after that point, and, like, when I'm, like, sifting through my court record, I, like, occasionally, a couple times when I was just sifting through my court record for whatever reason, whether I was, like, just looking at it to look at her, or when I was looking through it to figure out what to present, I vividly remember occasionally, a couple times, just, like, resting on the metal detector, and being like, why do I still have this? And then when this came, I'm like, this is the reason why this has been in the court record this whole time! I will never forget this. I will never forget this silly thing with the metal detector. It's ridiculous. Well, Von Karma? I'm going to run this over you and we'll see what we find. I believe I also have the snapshot because this is the first time he flinches. This is the first time you ever see him flinch. Like, he's sweating. Hi, Fuse.
You're Fuse? You're using this man's. You know that the bullet is still inside you? Order! Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspicion of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said that we had to end it right here, right now. Okay, smooth comeback, Phoenix. I'm impressed.
Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Montgomery, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, this is mean. I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. bullet!
Mr. Von Karma? You! It was you!
I can't even imagine what was going through Edgeworth's head at this point. He's just been standing there this whole time, like, typing in occasionally.
I was afraid this would happen. So we've remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, this has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
But, Mr. Ashcroft, can you prove that?
Proof? I've no obligation to prove anything. Since Mr. Bristol must prove something here. Not I.
Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Mr. Montgomery's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course you can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime.
Also, I just realized the reason why he does it with his left hand is because his right shoulder. Yeah, okay. His Von Karma point.
So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. Ooh, since when were you so suave, Phoenix?
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. I remember I wasn't even thinking about the fact of ballistic markings. I just knew this had to be the thing you presented because it was the last thing you hadn't presented yet. And I remember it's just like going through, just making absolutely certain. It's just like, it has to be this, right? That's the only thing. It has to be this.
That's a bullet?
How did you get this?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings?
You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unit fastener. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bolt. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, a bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is a bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? This moment is awesome.
That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know.
Help! I can't breathe!
Quiet. I said quiet.
You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Stop breathing my air! away! Get away from my father!
That scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago.
Von Karma! It was you who screamed! This is epic. His point from the witness stand just looks so weird. Especially because, like, he doesn't do that in court when he's prosecuting. He only gets that style point in the investigations games.
Mr. Von Karma?
He was dead. So, it was you. You and your father are my curse. You've got ashamed me with the penalty of my wicked. You left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Dead! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry.
Von Karma! It's not like if you'd make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. Oh, now that I think about it. We know who this chief prosecutor was now! Investigations 2! This is Blaze the best! Oh, what voice did I give him?
I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Truth! It was a shock like none I've ever known. Me? Penalized. For hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The light must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the light came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. To my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a meeting, blaming Mr. Hyugi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. There was not another man would have come to open that elevator door. Judge!
What?
What are you doing? It's your job, being an end to this miserable charade. Now,
Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this matter. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
yes, Your Honor.
you are innocent. You are innocent.
Man. Yeah. Just seeing this again. Just how the judge was just like, you're innocent. You are innocent. You are innocent. As in both of the DL6 incident and of the trial that had already been finished for the murder of Robert Hammond. And just like that burden being lifted off your shoulders of like, you're innocent of this thing that you thought you were guilty of for so long. I mean, I can gush about this all day, but, like, oh, jeez.
As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just how he's just now accept. Oh, jeez. Okay, I just need to get to case 5 so I can stop gushing about this.
This is qualified as a defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Not guilty. Confetti! Woo!
So, this court is adjourned.
December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2. Nick! We did it! This song. This was the case that made me decide this was my favorite song, because this was my favorite Case 1 theme. This is the reason why I say this is my favorite Case 1 theme, because I remember after that whole thing ended, this song started playing after we came back into the defendant lobby. It just hit differently. And I just think that's a sign of, like, really well-composed music. It's the same song, but because of the circumstances, it hit so much differently than the rest of the game. Especially this part of the song right here that's playing right now. That middle part just like, oh, it hit me. Sorry, I just had to let that play. I love this song so much. Did you see his face? Garma looked even paler than usual. He yelled cool, but you crushed him inside Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. Well, still just a good memory. Oh. Jeez, it always startles me when they use that sprite. Oh, jeez.
So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right.
Yeah? He's trying. This is where our lovable Edgeworth comes in. He's trying to say thank you. So hard for him.
Right. I'm not sure how to say this.
No, try thank you. This was the thing, it's just like, we need more Maya and Edgeworth interactions. Like, they're so great. They're so great. Because of, like, how Maya is, she's just constantly trying to help Edgeworth loosen up, and just being playful and mischievous like she always is. Just like, we need more Edgeworth and Maya interactions, please.
I see. Thank you, right?
It's just like this whole thing, he's just like, say later, this is like, he's just completely unguarded. And it's just like, he's just a little bit more open, it's just like, so, like, still probably trying to process the fact that it's over now, and he's just being a little bit more open than usual, and it's just like, I see. It's great. This is so... You're welcome. You could have done better than that.
Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing.
I remember this! It's just like sweet Edgeworth! Oh my gosh, but dude! He's just like so sweet! All of a sudden, like, this is so well written! It's just like, oh, Edgeworth. Sweet Edgeworth.
Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing.
Well, learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there.
Woo! Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I thought you would! I'll never forget this! I owe you one, pal! Tonight, let's party! Dinner's on me! Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a listen from Detective Gumshoe! I have a video of this, because obviously I didn't record my first playthrough of this game. I have a video of what's about to happen here, because it just made me laugh so much. It's just like, oh, Edgeworth. You say thank you.
I see. I feel foolish. I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. Just get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Yeah. That's like the most apt word to describe this. Oh, hi Lotta. I totally forgot about you.
Hey, y'all!
Lotta!
Y'all were great in there!
Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank you all very much. He's just trying so hard to, like, loosen up. It's just like, that's what I loved about this sequence. He's just trying so hard. He's just like, oh my gosh, Edgeworth. I love you, man.
Being you're innocent from start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta?
Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. Gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
How old is everybody? Hi, Edgeworth. Crackery. She's 22. A friend and former classmate, also my first client, often the cause of trouble. Oh, that's Larry's description to the court record? That's funny. Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Is it not the hot dog guy from the park?
Oh, right, Larry. Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Beyonce. She's gotta live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Oh, right! We get to see the revelation that Larry was the one who stole the lunch money! I totally forgot about that until now! Yo, Edgy! There you are! Yes, here I am.
Yes, Edgy! Here, a little gift
me. It's celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Thanks. Look forward to it.
Yo, Nick.
That's the state that questioned me. And he says treat. That's not police doctor prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's not that strange. People give money away to People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? I remember, because I had vividly remembered that Clash Trials thing because it made such an impact on me. And when I saw the $38, I was like, wait, that was the lunch money! It's a light bulb! And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was Larry! Huh, what a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth at school? $38. No. No! Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. And he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. It was good at history. Edgeworth. You didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Now this is just a small shadow of the friendly banter they will have in Trials and Tribulations. Well, it's sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me! Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. It's not leave me! I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist!
They get worked up too easily, too.
The death sentence for both of you! Animal, know what I mean? Prosecutor! The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. You want to switch, right? I love this line. Just like, I quote this line occasionally. And now I've gotten to read that whole thing. Yay! Oh my gosh. I just love this line. Want to switch, right? Hey y'all, line up, I'll take a photo.
Hey, photo time! Let's go! And after that, dinner on me!
Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom. Even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Yeah! So, this is something that I find super silly! It's just like, Gumshoe wanted to take them all out
to dinner to celebrate that Edgeworth had been declared innocent. It's to celebrate his freedom. But yet they didn't wait until he was released from detention for some reason. And I'm like, why? Why? That's so silly! Why didn't you wait until he was released?
December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Riding Company Law Offices. Now this is an area that you don't... Oh, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Oh, it's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Get this fly in case 5! I remember how sad this was.
Tournament assistant valid! I knew it was coming!
This is probably one of my top favorite themes.
Something I've realized, I apparently really like all of the super emotional themes. Because, like, my favorite song in the series, it's a turnabout, is the Steel Samurai Ballad. This is also one of my top favorite themes. As well.
Morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless.
I remember this broke my heart so much. I was like, no, you weren't, Maya. You were literally, like, I was screaming. She's like, you literally were the reason we were able to convict Von Karma.
So, I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye? What time is it? Ah! The first trains for the mountains have already left! To the station! This is a locale you never see again. Oh, it doesn't even get a text box. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it right there!
Wait! What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only your voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry.
I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
No, you weren't. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything! All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. I remember I was so confident. I was like, the Steel 6 bullet, Maya! Bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6. You were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. You were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. And then... yeah, I think the original is my favorite. The remix for Justice for All and Beyond is really good. But the original just hits, man. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. I already have a picture of this. Thanks, Nick. I didn't get a picture of her with the text box up, though. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Oh, this song! Huh. Don't think you've grown to entity yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim?
Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this. Except not at all with the same cast of characters.
Hey, pal! Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. And he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh?
I know why it ended like this, though, because I recently learned that apparently...
Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? Been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah.
Apparently, this was supposed to be a one-off series, so this was supposed to be the only game in the series, but then it expanded into something else because Capcom wanted to make more games.
Oh, right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. No, to ring my own bell, but I started telling him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
No, you didn't, Pain. Noriyuki Otani. In programming. Cool. Phoenix Wright. Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote the affidavit for, yes. You should know, I've taken over management of the Gaywater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. This is a good song. Masakatsu Endo. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Oh yes, misunderstood he, was he not? What are we doing? I haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. With the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Phoenix, right? Teen actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. You know that? Oh, jeez. There she goes.
freaking old bag, man.
I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is ahead. I sure owe them Mr. Right a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public guide till the show's over. I don't want to ruin any kids' dreams, you know.
Oh, Powers, you're one of my favorite clients. Oh, I got a letter from Mike the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at, anyway?
Right? Who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk Pink Princess. Alright. But, you know, I stuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her. One inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age.
Cody.
Yeah, I remember right. That lawyer guy. Huh, mate? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous.
Of course, I already have a snapshot of this. I love this picture so much. It's one of the few times you ever just get to see Edgeworth just smile happily instead of that smirk. It's such a wonderful picture. I love it so much. I remember this had me for a second when the credits started rolling, because when I first played this, I knew there was a case 5, but like when the credits started rolling, I was unsure. I was like, wait, is there not a case 5? Was I just hearing things wrong? And so I was actually kind of surprised, because what they do when you first play this, when it's like a new file, when you're playing it for the first time, at the end, Phoenix yells, "Hold it!" And it's like a new case is open, and then it scrolls to show Rise from the Ashes showing up. And it's like, oh man. Do I want to save my progress? Yeah. Except, I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. I've returned! Rise from the ashes. Oh, buckle in, man. This is a long case. Oh, right, the intro cutscene. Quite the cinematics. Like, I now understand this intro cutscene. Knife being thrown? What? Oh, this song. Oh, this song. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I remember the first time I read this, I was just like, oh, he stopped accepting cases because Maya left. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until that day that girl showed up. Until the day that girl showed up. Man, it's just like seeing that intro cutscene again. Like, I now, because of what this case is, I now fully understand the intro cutscene. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Writing company law offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! And I remember being like, who the heck are you? I was like, oh wait, you're and also, new theme! Apparently, like, I've been spoiled, like, at this point, I obviously still haven't played Polo Justice yet. I've been spoiled to, like, way too much of it. Apparently she's, like, super depressed for some reason in Apollo Justice, and that makes me sad. And also, hi, Emma. Hello, Emma. Okay, I'll get to that in a bit. I'll get to it in a bit. Let's just read the dialogue for now. Where have you been? My sister's trial's tomorrow. Who are you? Doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney BFA. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? Sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, the defense attorney. Right. Wait! You're the Phoenix Wright? Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? I love it. Yeah, that's what he's remembered by. Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. What do I have? No, I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Oh, jeez! Why is that what his profile still says? I'm not used to Edgeworth being in the profiles by default anymore. He startles me! That's relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you're Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much! My name's Emma. I'm Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Okay. Emma Sky. She's 16. High school junior and self-styled scientific investigator. Oh man. I've gotta say, I'm really excited to finally be replaying this case. And there are a couple reasons for that. I've had a couple things in mind for things I want to be thinking about while I replay this. One, there is a piece of evidence in this case that I remember. You get it early on in the case. I'll point it out. I remember what the piece of evidence is, so I'll point it out when we get it. So, that I could have sworn that was not used in any capacity whatsoever. Like, you never had to present it to anyone to get them to talk. You never presented it on statements, nor was it ever just needed in general in court. I don't remember it being used at all. And so, I'm curious to see if that is the case. Playing this again? Stop getting distracted by the music, Jay. Goodness gracious. I do that a lot. Okay. Anyways, so I'm curious to see if that is actually the case. Because I could have sworn that this piece of evidence was never used. So I want to confirm that by playing this again. Second, at the end of this case, you know how we had to present the bullet to Maya to cheer her up and we got text for presenting the right thing? Well, there's something like that, again, the end of this case. But that is one you only get one chance at. If you get wrong, then you just see some fail text, but like you don't get a try again. And I got that present wrong when I first finished this case. So I don't know what the text is for getting that right. And so I'm hoping. I also have a little video on my phone, just like filming that part leading up to that. And so I'm probably going to be hopping onto and watching that video real quick to see what the last piece of dialogue before it goes up to presenting, so I can save just beforehand so I can reload if I get it wrong. Because I don't want to look it up immediately, because I want to try and think about it when I get there. And to see if I can get that text that I never saw. And so that's gonna be fun. Also, Emma, I'm excited to revisit this case where you get introduced in. Because I remember, because of how much I loved Maya, I know I probably denied how much I actually liked you. Because I'm like, no one can replace Maya. I love her too much. She's too awesome. And like, as the case progressed, it's funny. I know it's just like the case, but like it felt funny, just like how much it eventually started focusing on her. And then how much it started focusing on her. And then like giving her all this tragic stuff, like making her like even more likable. And like she was super goofy. And I'm like, no. And so I've probably been in denial up until this point of like how much I actually like her as a character, because I was just like, no, you're not replacing Maya. It's just the emotions, man. Anyways, first, Charlie Saga. Me's plant, Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. And I stuck it up here on the day that she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange looks from clients, though. I love her little animations, though. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. Oh, this is when this started. I tried reading one and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand. Then my foot hurt too. Key's desk. I sit here even less now that I've stopped taking cases. I ought to at least dust it off once in a while. Oh, that just reminds me of something later, I think. Looks like it's cleaning day at the hotel across the way. Cleaning day again. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. Dads, the bellboy was staring right at me. Did he really just say egads? Goodness, Phoenix. Anyways, let's speak with Emma. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? That's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just, you seem kind of, jumpy. Or maybe just, young? Young? 16 years? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. And she's 18 in the investigations games. Does that mean she's actually an investigator and an official scientific investigator in Apollo Justice? Oh, that also means she's probably... Wow, how old would she be? She's 18 in the investigations games. Which takes place, like, a couple months after Trials and Tribulations, so technically also 5 years after that. 19, 20, 21, 22, 20... Wow, she would be 23! Dang! That would mean... Maya would be... like... 24, because she's 19 in Trials and Tribulations. Man, Maya gonna be an adult! And, like, Edgeworth and Phoenix will be in, like, their early 30s. What, they would be, like, 31? Because they're 26 in Trials and Tribulations. Yeah, they'd be 31. Okay. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position, then? Legally speaking, I guess you call me an 11th grader. And I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. It's just like... I was just in denial. Because, like, in reality, I probably should just adore Emma. Because she is just as peppy and energetic as Maya. But she's a scientific investigator, and I love science. But, like, I was just in denial throughout the whole thing. And I'm just like, no. No one can replace Maya. I'm just like, But, like, now I've seen Kay, and I'm pretty sure I like her better than Maya now. And, like, yeah, so... So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it! She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't! So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it! No, she didn't do it! It's a scientific fact! And there's a witness. Just talk to her! You have to talk to her! Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? So, you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? Child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. Hey, science is awesome. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for her lack of enthusiasm. I don't know how much of this I've actually already snapshot, because, like, Case 5 was when I really started actually snapshotting things. Oh boy! There's something I just was reminded of that I'm gonna have to do later. Oh jeez. That do be finicky. this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Well, of the murder of Detective Goodman, at least, yes. But other things, no. I wonder how she's doing. I wonder if we could hear about anything that happened with her in Apollo Justice. Her sister?
I'm doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done.
I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister.
My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person is a few years below her in school.
So they went to the same school, huh? Huh.
She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one.
Incidentally, Mia is a woman.
Mention it. I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's.
Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. It's complicated. Oh, man. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there was pointed out to me recently that somehow this game really likes Phoenix having an association with orphaned teenage girls. Because, like, Emma, both of her parents are dead. Maya, her mother disappeared, and their mother disappeared and then eventually died, and then her father had been dead. And then I'm assuming Trucy from Apollo Justice was also orphaned, considering she was adopted by Phoenix. And so, yeah! Yeah! I was like, you know, I never thought of it that way, but kind of, yeah! That is weird. You would add Kay to the mix, but, like, Phoenix has never met Kay, and, like, yeah, Kay's Edgeworth's. Might as well. See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah! Oh. Wait, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me.
This composition is mostly silver. The plating is flaking a bit.
Analyze it scientifically.
There just won't be any corrosion due to sulfides. I give you $50 for it.
Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. I do remember seeing this for the first time and being like,
Yet? What do you mean, yet, Phoenix?
it's just like, right, I forgot, he's just super depressed in this, at the beginning of this case. Jeez. I can't even imagine because of what I know about Apollo Justice, man. Oh my gosh. Ugh. You can't present profiles to people in this game, so... which is sad. Move. Detention center. Time to meet Lana Sky. February 22nd, detention center, visitor's room. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. It's got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard,
I thought I told you I didn't want any visitors.
Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister.
No excuses. Or did you not want to raise us here,
Understood, ma'am.
What was that all about?
Like, this was something else. It's just like, to have someone with their back turned to you at first, it's just like, wow. I'm pretty sure she's like the only character who does this. Oh, yeah, this song is definitely worthy of this situation. Oh my goodness.
Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? Your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Hey! How do you know me?
Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana. Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district.
I remember when I first read this, I'm like, Chief Prosecutor? We're defending another prosecutor? Also, I find this funny now. It's just like, apparently Edgeworth becomes chief prosecutor, which I'm not that sad that I got spoiled to that, because I wouldn't have been surprised if I hadn't been and then got to Dual Destinies and found that out. Because I'm like, I kind of expected that, honestly, and so it was mainly just confirmation. It was just his slight change in design that I saw that was associated with me learning that he becomes chief prosecutor. Oh, man. Dude, I don't know whether or not I'm excited or terrified to play Apollo Justice, man. I don't know. You're a prosecutor?
Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like...
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? They put emphasis on this. So I wonder, like... Right! Now that I think about it... Apparently this case is, like, a lot of call forwards to stuff that happens in, like, the Apollo Justice trilogy, because I know they were probably going to be focused on in that trilogy.
I don't think these would smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He's frozen in fear of the frigid Miss Lana. I'm feeling a bit chilly myself. Case. There's something you should know from the start. Which is... the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime.
Huh? Wait! But the suspect... The suspect is...
Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. 5:15, right. I remember that.
Oh! Also, there's also another silly thing that I just remembered. So, like, obviously, this is being streamed. It's live right now. Long before my Investigations 2 Let's Play will be going up. Well, like, in that, Case 5 comes to mind because of a specific thing in one of the cases in that game. And, the ID numbers came up. And I remember having memorized Goodman's ID when you get that sheet, and that becomes relevant. And so I believe I stated it was 5842-18-9. And I swear, if I still remember that somehow, I do not know what I will do. It was like 5842-18-9, I believe. And so I'm gonna see if I got that right. And it's gonna be so... It's gonna be ridiculous if I did. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. That's weird, hearing Edgeworth being called a subordinate. In this context, because it's genuine instead of temporary. Like in Case 5 and Investigations 1 with Francisca. It's funny. Jeez, okay, that's weird. I was like, subordinate? And then you go to the prosecutor's office and learn that the titular subordinate is Edgeworth. And then you're like, oh, great. Prosecutor's office, huh? Subordinate's car? Classy! Goodness gracious, Phoenix! I was arrested on the spot, club red-handed as it were. Well, that's just great. So, who was the victim? Okay, remember his last name. I know his last name is Goodman. It's Detective Goodman. Forget what his first name is. I want to say Robert for some reason. An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means... the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. Honest guy, she's 29. There's an even larger age gap between Emma and Lana than there is between Maya and Mia. There's just 13 years. Man, there was 10 between Mia and Maya. Defendant, Emma's sister, and chief prosecutor for the district. So, you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities, in a nutshell. sorry about that. I'm back now. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. I think I remember when I first saw this, and I was like, wait, what happened to her hand? Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, she said it exactly the same way I just did. Jeez. This is like the first instance of an animation that a character has that's actually pointed out with something that you can see. Like Adrian Andrews twirling around Shelley DeKiller's card in Case 2-4. That's another instance of that that comes to mind. Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It wasn't law school. It was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That's probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say, there's no way you can take this case. None. Lana? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Like, you hear this song without even knowing what... You hear this reminiscence theme without even knowing what it's attached to. Especially because, like, when do you even learn about the SL9 incident? When do you even learn about SL9? I don't remember. At what point in this case? Like, I remember the beginning of the first trial. I remember the investigations fairly well, but it's like the second trial mainly that I completely forget. Well, I remember Meekins, right? You never think about anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. Case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Oh, you know as heck you will. Just as Edgeworth will say later. So, just as Edgeworth said in Case 1-4, simple and straight-minded. Once he gets on to something, he won't stop pursuing it until he gets to the truth, essentially. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. If it's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. Man, this was... I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again, yeah! Tell me about it! It's just like, you defend a childhood friend, your assistant. Like, actually, now that I think about it, the first game is jam-packed with, like, impactful clients. Because, like, the first case is one of Phoenix's childhood friends. And then the second case was the sister of his mentor, with whom he became very well acquainted with afterwards. And then the third one, probably the least one, is Powers, but, like, he as a client, he's great. I like him as a client a lot, especially because I definitely like Case 3 better than Case 2 now of this game, after having replayed this. And then, he is just, like, an actor. And then 4 and 5 are just two prosecutors, one of which was Phoenix's other childhood friend, and the other being the chief prosecutor. Like, big clients. And then, like, the second game, you defend a policewoman, Maya again, and then snobby circus performer, and then a jerkwad actor. Sorry, Justice for All, but, like, also, I do like, I just like, can't say that too much because Case 2-4 is my favorite in the series. It's just too good. And then Case 5, you defend Phoenix as Mia. And then, a technical thief. A policewoman, again, the same as just Sproul. And then a prisoner. And then a nun. Huh. Wow, I've never actually tried listing all of your clients before, and now that I think about it, wow, yeah, Phoenix has defended a lot of interesting people. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Huh. You have no idea, Phoenix. You have no idea how complicated this gets. Goodness. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. And now I'm just reminded of the basement warehouse in Lordly Taylor, because that place reminded me of this place when I played Case 2-2. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened? Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Oh, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now on. From now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes? Try not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? I know exactly who this was. Oh man! We get to hear this theme again! Partner? Jake Marshall. Hey, although we don't actually learn your name for a while. We technically do, but, like, it never updates on the nameplate. Man, this is sad. His theme is so good. All the things I'm gonna see again. What do we have here? Looks like a bambino got loose from the ranch. It's up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall! Alright then. It's reminded me of something. Oh my gosh, it's not until so much later though! Oh geez, that just brought back something stupid that I did later in this case. Oh jeez. Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory. With a motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti on the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? Alright, his cask! You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Alright, the wallet! Alright, we actually get to, like, further examine evidence now. I wonder if that's going to be a thing that you get to do all the time in Justice for All, Apollo Justice. I just realized half of the games in this series has the word justice in its title. Justice for All, Apollo Justice, and Spirit of Justice. Was that a hombre, a friend of yours? Good. Kind of, sort of, yeah. He's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff in the Wild West, it seems. Oh man, when you learn more about him later. This place. I'm not gonna slide to the side yet. I know what awaits me over there. Look! A stylish glass-walled room! Very nice! You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Should get out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. Dude, though, girl, I so feel you. Like, I take things way too literally, and sometimes I lack a bit of common sense in some things, because I overanalyze and overthink things constantly. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose? The theory of relativity. What? Gotta write this down. Hey, that's right. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German, or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Basing it off that most theories are named after the person who discovered them. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy! I can't even budge it! The drum over here is on its side. No, hide in here and do a stakeout! I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the room to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious! Both of these things are gonna come up later. I believe I remember how. But like, I'm hoping I'll actually remember what I have to do in some of these things, because I remember the first trial of this case, the testimonies of that, I felt so inept. Because this was the first case that really stumped me right off the bat, right out of the gate. And I remember just struggling. I got better later, thankfully. But, like, this was the first case that kind of just started just stumping me. A lot.
This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, no. This wall is merely a facade, hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank!
I fail to see how it makes any difference either way.
A ladder!
That's a stepladder. I remember being so giddy. I was like, oh, he's having this argument with her now.
Friends, the scientific friend terms, please.
Scientific, huh?
Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright.
It still seems so horribly familiar somehow.
A door! This must mean something!
I'm not sure that doors mean anything.
No, it won't open! A mysterious lock!
I fail to see what's mysterious about it.
Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more.
Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Man, I remember all of this. This is just coming flooding back to me. Okay, this one. I remember this.
Here, phone. See if it works.
This is gonna be important later. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching.
Can't hear anything. My ears! Oh, my ears!
These do the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about?
Ray! What did you just say?
See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. I remember that. Now the, elephant in the room is the wallet. I remember, being like, why can't I examine this machine right here? Now the elephant in the room. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer.
Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright?
What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police.
I don't believe it! This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence! Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket!
How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Foldable wallet found at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. Walt hastily stuffed into pocket. Oh, I remember that!
I'm called to duty already in my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay?
By the way your eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this.
Okay, now. Look at the court record.
Right, this is automated.
You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides.
When I learned that I could do this now, I was like, oh my gosh, yes! Because, I've explained this before, how I got into the Ace Attorney series is that I started watching a Let's Play of Great Ace Attorney 2 for Nintendo Capri Sun, and then I got hooked. Once I, finally was like, okay, I've heard enough about this, I'm very curious about what these games are, I'm just gonna go watch a Let's Play of one of them. And so, the one I ended up watching was Great Ace Attorney 2, and, in that one, every piece of evidence you can examine in detail like this. And so when I got here, after learning is just that wasn't a mechanic from the beginning, I was like, oh, we get to do this now.
Now, let's start examining from every angle. Oh, look! I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out. The press of the A button.
The way this moves around. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman! Dude! I remembered it! How did I remember this number? It's been 2 months! Since I played this case the first time! I remembered it! I didn't get the ID number right! What the heck? 58, 42, 18, 9! That! Oh my gosh! Got the ID number right! What the heck? his name? It's also weird. It's just like it goes from like the original cases of this game of like Detective Gumshoe being the only detective that exists in the universe, and then like this case dumps like a whole bunch of detectives on you, whether they're a whole bunch of detectives on you, whether they're dead or former. Because, like, this one's dead and the rest are former. You learn of 4 different detectives in this game. In this case. And it's, like, so silly. On top of, like, Gumshoe, you talking to Gumshoe as well. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842-189. Oh my gosh! Why did I remember this?
See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful?
I guess. But we don't see what science has to do with that. Just let her have her fun. Goodman's ID added to the court record. An investigator's ID card found at the prosecutor's office crime scene. ID number 5842-189.
Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find.
I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Man. Name and ID number are written here.
I wonder if we only use numbers for IDs.
Oh, I remember this conversation. What else would they use?
Letters, silly! That's the reason we have a written language in the first place!
True.
Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID... Yabba-dab. See? Wouldn't that be better?
Yabba-dabba? Well... Bada Bay, that's what it is backwards. Bada Bay. Well, it does have a certain ring to it.
Exactly my point!
Doesn't take much to do, means her. Now. Hello? Oh boy.
Well, no time to waste! Let's get hunting for clues! I wonder what this is.
Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff? Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along, else you'd be fixing to bite the bullet. Oh, right! Hey, we have to get a investigation request from Edgeworth. Right, I remember now. That's what I thought. Yeah, scary.
Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car?
Oh boy. Well. The little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle way?
Please!
It's funny, because, like, Mustang is also, like, a brand of car. It would be funny if that's what brand of car it actually was. Okay, that's just my headcanon, though. Oh, and besides... Edgeworth.
Please!
No problem, partner. About time for videos anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor at the prospector's office. I just found you a cerveza you liked. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter?
Note to self, look up Vittles Saloon Cerveza.
Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. Ah, yes! 1202! I know that number well. Now, man, it's just like, it's so weird how used to I got to the location of Edgeworth's office by the time when I started playing the investigations games, because obviously it was less weird because you were playing as Edgeworth himself in those games, so... Maybe we should check out room 1202, High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim. Right. Great. Yeah, it's like, I remember being like, why don't you stay around? I want to talk to you! Your name's Marshall, right? I remember, great, maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Oh, is this who I think it is? Are you two all set? Us? Yup, it's Angel Star! Hello! What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Oh right, she uses this theme. This is weird. Oh, there's a scene. There's a scene later that plays in here with her in the in this parking lot. Oh geez. Oh my gosh. Hello. Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some punchy goodness coming at you. Her and her lunchboxes. Oh man, this is bringing back. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance. Especially passersby. Or are you officers? No, but you exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as a cuff-up queen are over. And like you not knowing what this meant until you basically get into the trial. Cuff-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. Yup! More ways than one! The images are burned in my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Your testimonies, man! I remember your testimony completely screwing with me. Secrets? Gimme, you're a slow one, aren't you? Oh, her hair flip! I forgot about her hair flip. I remember, cause like, throughout this whole thing, I was completely suspicious of her, and I did not like her. Throughout this whole case? Throughout the beginning of this case? But then you slowly learn about what happened, and then the game managed to actually make me feel kind of bad for her. Despite me initially, just not liking her. I'm referring to the murder. Stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean, you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, Cuff Queen, tell us what happened! The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. Let us speak with her. Case. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was the day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the day is special on Friday every week is salmon. Mmm, yummy! I love salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? Yesterday was the day you murder, Phoenix. You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of iniquity. Oh, right! I forgot! She kind of has a grudge against prosecutors! I forgot about that! I completely forgot about that, wow. Cause that made that when she testified interesting, cause she would barely cooperate with Edgeworth. And then she would actually kind of side with Phoenix on most things, so it was weird. She just didn't like prosecutors. Let's be someone else who doesn't like prosecutors. Agent Lang. I love him. He's awesome. Speaking of a character I didn't like at first that the game made me feel for later. Yeah, he also was a character that did that. Man, Agent Leg is great. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the names of innocents. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. Right. That. And then Edgeworth being all embarrassed about it. And, like, not wanting to talk about it. So, she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. Someone's compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Because we don't learn that she was a former detective until the trial, I think. Ew! The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Right. And then you learn it's Edgeworth, and you're like, oh. Oh, of course. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. And this is just so sad, too, just knowing what I know now about this case. With SL9. Man, this was just a hard case. Man. Hard! Genuinely. Hard as in difficult. And hard as in hard for Edgeworth. Man! Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. What you witnessed. Right, that was one talk prompt. That was a long one. So, what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? Well, ironic you say that, because the reason why she became chief prosecutor is a little shady? Yeah! She always travels light. And why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Know the chief prosecutor's name? You. Can we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General So's Trilobite lunch set. Never mind. You win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? Oh, now that I think about it, she probably didn't mean this because she's probably talking about Marshall, right? Oh, jeez. This case has so many facets. See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I send my lunches in. Since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Please. Prosecutor's office. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha! Perhaps. Prosecutors are all like, the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. It's complicated. Be a cause of food poisoning, speaking, of course. I mean, thinking... Now you're talking cough up, Queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Indeed. I don't think she... Right, I think Emma yells at you if you try to present this to her. About this card. Lunch vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady. Why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy. Box of pickles? Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. Oh right, you can examine your attorney's badge. Oh man. Oh, this just brings back when he plays Gregory Edgeworth in Case 3 of Investigations 2. And like, you get to examine his attorney's badge in that. And... like... the conversation he has with 18-year-old Shields that... So this is what the back of the badge looks like. Now you always got a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. No, you wouldn't, Phoenix. Well, that's no fun. Case 3-5 would like to have a word with you. This is something I immediately thought of when he lended his badge to Edgeworth in Case 3-5. I was like, wait, but the number... And I was like, that's really funny. Okay. Yep. Time to go to Edgeworth's office. Oh man. Right! And like, you don't get to learn the context of that suit until Case 3-4. Man, like all the things I can connect now, this is fun. High Prosecutor's Office. February 22nd, High Prosecutor's Offices, room 1202. 1202. Ah, yes. This is kind of a room... This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. I'd change from your office, really. Thanks. But There's a trophy or something here. I love, because, like, you get this admitted really early, too. This wasn't the piece of evidence I was talking about. I know you use this because of what I'm just about to say. It's just funny, because you get this really early on, but it's not relevant. It's not relevant until, like, near the end of the case. And that's, like, a long time from now, because this is a long case. Trophy? What? That shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. He just kind of threw it on his sofa, though. Whoever's office this is, they must be real I remember this. Poor Edgeworth. Especially because this case is the weird in-between of before he chooses to disappear after this case. But after case 1-4, it's this weird between phase of his character development, and it's strange. Hi, Edgeworth. Sorry about Emma, but you know, you've known her for a while.
Phoenix, right. You never tire of prying into others people's business, do you? That voice!
I expected this theme to start playing, but then I just realized that theme doesn't exist until Justice for All.
Long time no see, Edgeworth.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth!
You know him from somewhere?
Of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once, and...
Right. Her sister is the chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
No! Did I? No! I love this! It's so good! Oh, jeez. Like this weird in-between phase of his character development. It was just Mr. Right here. Hey, don't blame me. Well, we're just here to investigate a murder case.
Murder?
Bonnie was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot.
That would...
Knew it was coming! I knew it was coming! Excuse me. This stupid face of his! This sprite, let me tell you, it caught me so freaking off guard the first time I saw it, because he doesn't have the sprite in case 1-4. And all of a sudden, it's this new sprite that he didn't have before that you just see in this case. It catches me so off guard. I'm like, what is that smirk? I was just so disturbed by it, and I would just flinch every single time the sprite was used, because I'm just like, what? I also have a Snapchat of this because I ended up taking a Snapchat to replicate the fact that this was the first time you see the sprite. Enter. Like, that smile, that smirk, that face. Just why does it exist? And now I'm gonna have to deal with it again, watching this case. Oh, jeez.
That would be my car. What of it?
What? Your car?
I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream.
Jeez, right. You just... Hi, Edgeworth. This is weird. I don't know why this is weird. I'm so much more used to playing as you now. Like, I much prefer playing as you. I'm sorry, Phoenix. Like, my every opinion of Phoenix as a character. I'm gonna avoid examining the sofa and just examine the trophy. I'm wondering, what the heck is this? It's a big K on it.
Prosecutors.
Oh, Edgeworth is... Huh? What's that?
It's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
King of Prosecutors?
It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So?
So that K, that's... K stands for King?
Yeah, you got a problem with that? He's just so worked up. I didn't design the thing.
King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Right, I remember this, because, like, you examine this, and then he gets admitted into the court record? And then I was like, wait, why is this in the court record? What the heck? Given to Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors, at the PD on the day of the murder. Police Department. So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud of the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations! King of Prosecutors!
Please stop saying that.
That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of this shield broken off? Poor Edgeworth is embarrassed. And also not, because he just thinks it's kind of stupid, too. Oh, these little case files? They're still the ceiling. It's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone grip them for him. Kid Gumshoe. Yep.
Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool! Alright. And now we get Emma fangirling over Edgeworth. Right! I almost forgot about this.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder.
I think that's actually something they have in common, because I don't think Phoenix is good with heights either. It's just something he offhandedly mentions, because that's never, like, stated. Stated until then? Hey, a chessboard! I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue is in a bit of a tight spot. So I've surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? The swords are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn, it's kind of spiky. Kinda reminds me of you. Sir Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair.
Nah, it's nothing. I loved that. Just playing off his own name. His tea! Man, tea. Ooh, cute. What a pretty tea set.
I go more for the instant tea bags myself.
Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Yep, that sounds like Edgeworth. This royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction.
Such a thing as taking a hobby too far.
No! Oh, he is a connoisseur. Now, man, this is just reminding me of Case I-2-3 now. Oh, jeez. Everything about Edgeworth's just making me want tea sometimes. There's, like, so much to examine here. Like, this office is just jam-packed with so many things. Whoa! What a view! Must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Oh man, I'm doing physics right now and science, and just like, my brain does not compute with that. I much preferred chemistry. Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Is it, though? My, what an amazing bouquet. It's right from Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before.
And beside it, Giant Steel Samurai.
Right, this is when you first learned that he is actually a fan. Like a genuine... Because, like, he offhandedly mentions that he's a big fan of Powers' work at the end of Case 3 of this game. And, like, you obviously think he's just lying, but he's not, actually.
Wow, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy.
When? She Mr. Edgeworth's fiance?
No. I don't think so. Frickin' old bag. Old bag.
Wow, his jacket's even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket.
Holds many cinnamon lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. Man. Oh, jeez. This jacket holds many interesting memories, that's for certain.
Story behind why it's in a frame.
Yeah, actually there is. A very conflicting one.
Maybe I'll be naughty. Take a picture.
She's getting way too excited about this. Okay, last thing is the desk. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. From Edgeworth, yes.
This desk is easy to use, leaves me on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection.
I remember not being confused about why... Strange. Why didn't I just picture Detective Gumshoe? It's just like, this is kind of alluding to some of the relations you learn, because Gumshoe just cleans Edgeworth's office a lot. Gumshoe, sweet Gumshoe, my boy. Pal.
Take that name plaque as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll sue you. There we go. Time to talk to him. The amount of just talk prompts that is just like about him. So, the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I didn't, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less.
Don't think you didn't.
Sister who stabbed him?
Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean...
Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then?
Yes, sir! Sky, it's nice to meet you again.
Now that didn't sound forced at all. Ah, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car had become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand... Well, wait! What did you say?! Alana Sky is the chief prosecutor. Top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor of the trial at the trial tomorrow.
You?
Mr. Edgeworth! Right. And then at the end, man, the last trial. Oh boy, what am I gonna do when David Gant shows up? Oh my gosh. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all.
What do you mean?
Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. Oh, and then they just play the DL6 music. I mean, obviously. Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. He's awesome, though. Man, forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Except...
Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident.
What? It's crazy!
Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop.
This stupid face. But...
Some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny.
Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. There is! There is! And you won't actually learn it until much, much later.
Chief Prosecutor Sky. Yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago.
SL9. SL9. Now that I think about it, it seems Edgeworth kind of has bad luck with cases where he replaces prosecutors on. Because the first one, the trial didn't actually happen, because that was the one with Vern Faraday and Mackerel, where Callisto Q killed both of them. That happened a few months before his actual first trial against Mia with Terry Falls. And then SL9, where he replaced Neil Marshall after he literally died. And then that led him to be one who would accidentally produce false evidence without knowing it. Man, like, jeez. This case just got worse and worse for him as time went on, and it was just so sad. As well as worse for Lana, too. Like, this case is so intricate and insane. Like, oh my gosh. This case.
It was my first big case.
That's right, I remember. That's right, I remember.
2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person. I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was a murder weapon? Like, it just kept getting worse and worse.
To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car.
Right, I forgot this was the explanation, because I eventually forgot this explanation, and then later I was just like, who just keeps a knife in the trunk of their car? That's kind of weird. And then it was just like, oh, it's a toolbox he keeps in there. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's weird. Murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of blood. No prints. Edgeworth? Good. Are you sure you didn't do it? Phoenix Wright! Oh, Kitty took a joke. You have a straight sense of humor, Mr. Wright. This is weird because this coincides with something I learned. Jeez. Right, I remember I was always scared to present things to Edgeworth because I don't know why. I don't even want to know, man. My badge? Oh, jeez!
I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago.
What? You a defense attorney?
Yes, my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been.
Yeah! Just wait! Yeah! You'll do that at investigations too! Aw. How sweet. Okay. What to do now? Actually, I think... Oh, wait. Hold on, I think you do actually have to present Goodman's ID to him, because now that I think about it, you have to get a letter of request from him in order to be able to investigate the crime scene. Hold on, I think... Because if I'm thinking correctly then... What you do, there isn't actually that much left till the trial, and so if you actually do have to present this ID to him to get the thing... Oh, right, no! Emma yells at you. Yeah, no, I remember this. Huh? What? Sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, he'll take a picture, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. Then my sister would be found guilty. She sighs any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. Wait, hold on, I'm confused! What do you- I thought... Because I remember... Well... Look at this. You! Yes? Some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. I remember this. Here, see this? Huh. It's that defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things. What is it? What is this? A behavioral study of lawyers? Eyes. I forget what you have to do here. You must have to present something to Edgeworth. Well, I think I'll leave it off there, actually. I think this was a good stream, made decent progress. Finished case 1-4. We're on to case 1-5. And the sky again. And the complications of this whole thing, and like allusions to SL9. Yeah. I think I remember the first time I learned about SL9, I was like, first DL6, now SL9. Like they had an infatuation with the letter L. Let's see, all the numbers they used for case files is 6, 9, 8, 7, and 5. That's funny. It goes 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Except you go in that order that I just mentioned of when you learn about them. Because it's DL6, SL9, KG8, IS7, and SS5. They also like the letter S, I just noticed. Because SL9, SS5, IS7. 3 out of the 5 ones you learn about are have the letter S in them. Okay, so yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end off the stream. Don't think anyone watched this one, but thanks to any lurkers who may have come in, though I don't think any did. But this was fun. So, I shall be seeing you on the other side of the storm. See yas. Thanks for watching.